Welcome back to Stellaris. Now in the last episode, I think we finally got the... no, we did not. Still have this vermin waiting here. I was hoping that we had ended the loop, but... well. Throne of God. We destroy the cultist shipyard. It's there. And... as for the other planets, well... just move on. Let's plan. And,
construction completed.
do what you just finished. Good. And also build Starbase up there. Governor Wally has leveled up.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We've researched modular engineering, which means that Starbase building costs and module costs are down by 25%. Streamlined Starbase construction procedures using modular designs will reduce the present build cost and time. Very good. Let's get the advanced railguns next. I believe this one has been more or less reinforced to the full extent. Good. Now, we're just waiting for you guys to end your war, because I want to form a federation with you. We're at war with Hotisans.
Research concluded.
Very good. Off-world trade companies. We can now build the off-world trading company, which means that we get 2 trade value for each trade hub in a star base, which is going to be massive. Trade across interstellar distances presents a new set of challenges to overcome. It is critical to achieve the transfer of goods from one system to another in a timely and above all cost-efficient manner. Let's get the biodiversity studies.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Indeed, we have researched blue lasers. More powerful than red lasers, these blue variants emit electromagnetic radiation at a wavelength that appears blue or violet to organics. Let's continue with the energy grid. That's something we need. Notice the speed of researching now. Although we have plus 34% technology cost, this really does help.
Construction completed.
You're done, so let's go there. Don't have all the destroyers yet. A resolution has been passed. The Senate has voted on and passed the resolution Cooperative Research Channels. That means that we should now be the most powerful faction in the Senate without a doubt. Even without an envoy here, we have more than 1,000 diplomatic weight. Next up is forming the galactic market, I hope, but it's going to take a while before we get there. A readied shield. Diplomatic weight from fleet power. Oppose that. Doesn't benefit us yet.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I have that happening quite a bit now. Biodiversity studies, society research from researchers, plus 20%. Studying the different forms of life that appear on our world helps us better understand ourselves and the life that surrounds us. Xeno outreach. Let's see. No, no, I don't think so. Good building though. Can we do that again? Okay, let's do that again then. Get over the research. Maybe I missaw it for something else. Now what? Why did they go missing in action? Okay. Say so. Oh, because they did their bizarre thing, of course.
Knowledge
Well,
is the key to the universe.
Authorities, confederated systems have opened their borders, and we have completed the research on global energy management, which gives us capacity overload edict and the energy grid building. Load balancing facilities can greatly improve the stability of local grids and feed excess power back into centralized capacitors. Let's get the Curator Archaeology Lab. And I don't think we need that there. Let's go get that system before they go grab that one as well, shall we? We wouldn't put it beyond them to do that.
A new world has been colonized.
Okay, good. Archaeological site event pending. Nobody home. Landing teams were sent down to the surface of Ithin 1C and captured our first close-range look at the world and its windswept, deserted cities. They are old, weathered by exposure and neglect, but mostly intact. Signs of destruction. Of the inhabitants, there is no trace. The only plausible theory at present is that some sort of mass migration or evacuation took place. We still have yet to determine what could compel an entire species to abandon everything they built and were known. Keep digging. One minor artifact found. The artifact 47. So we're slowly getting.
Research concluded.
Good. Doctrine Strange Loop, future glimpse of Mega Theory. When complete, may allow our scientists to stumble on the Mega Theory technology. Okay, so we have to do this over and over again. A set of social protocols based on paradoxical intuition and on love. When we know the system of the loop, we can learn that we can influence by receiving instructions as well as giving them. Well, we'll just have to wait until something pops up. Let's get the Galactic Bureaucracy next. We need the administrative capacity. Getting the administrative complex won't really be a bad idea either. However, I think we should get the deep engineering to get those tile blockers and volcanoes away first. What are you doing? Anything of particular? Go there, build mining station. Happy.
Construction completed.
Starbase has completed its queue there. Everything in the trade area seems to be taken. Good. The waiting world. It appears this is not the first tentacular settlement on this planet. A number of facilities and districts have been carefully mothballed and with a little restoration will serve our new colony well. But all records have been erased. Possibly this was a smuggler's port or a haven for political exiles. A Gaia world, smuggler's port. Okay. Excellent. Make arrangements to restore the facilities. Clear a mothballed facilities. That'll probably come back and bite me back.
Construction completed.
Anyways, the colony is done, and I think I want this... I'll pop growth speed to 20%. I want that to be exactly as it is. Let's encourage planetary growth, shall we? Also, let's go to the market and buy food. No, not sell. Buy. Bought. The reason, of course, being that I know that that policy again. All planets, good. Fine there. Now, on policies, we have three things here. Can remain in the mercantile, or we can go to cooperative. That plus 5 trade protection is though. Keep that war philosophy. Peace. Resettlement. Land appropriate. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because we're authoritarian. But I don't think that's going to be popular with the other species. To remain on nutritional plenitude. We might consider going into militarized economy. No. We'll remain on the marketplace of ideas for now. Heresy will be outlawed, of course. Refugees. Citizen species only. That's good. I think everything here looks fine. Really anything. Diplomatic grants could. I don't have enough armies to actually be able to use it. I do have a second envoy now, though. One of them is with these guys. You guys are still at war. Okay, let's put the other one into the Senate. Balis. Infelis. I how. This ship we can happily move up to Z. Okay, this fleet we now need to move the Yiddish. Don't want it to go through that system. It will be evaporated. Holy Director Peter Fraser has leveled up. The charismatic fortifier. Well. Governing ethics shifts in the Satao state. Following a long period of growing support for the obedience, loyalty and duty vanguard, the Satao state has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into their government, they have become more outwardly authoritarian. The Satao state. You guys... Well, you should consider going into that sort of stuff yourself now, you know. But you're in a federation, and I'm not really that interested. Wait, the Shrine of Akorokamui has 1 space. See if there's anything specifically we want here. No, I think we'll build administrative offices here.
Research concluded.
Good. While we wait for that, let's send this guy down here, or this fleet down here. We've unlocked advanced railguns, level 4 railguns. A new version of the venerable railgun with sturdier rails and an enhanced power supply. These weapons are even more powerful and accurate than their predecessors. As for our next technology here, let's take the civilian replica complexes, please. Do I have a research vessel in the area doing nothing? Yes, I do. You're not doing nothing.
Construction completed.
Good. Let's build the research stations. The pirate base, while fairly inconspicuous, is obvious when you know what to look for. The fleet in confused formation slowly drifts out from behind the repurposed mining complex. They were obviously not expecting company. Open comes, the captives need to be ready. Hello again, Holy Director. I take it Tentacular ships are the cause of all this commotion? Our hosts seem about ready to leave their posts. Boarding this place would probably end badly for everyone involved, but if you attack the base directly, I think we can make a break for one of the lifeboats. Please try not to blow us up on our way out.
Construction completed. Engaging hostile station. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
That's that. As the pirate base slowly tears itself apart in a savage chain reaction instigated by our military vessels, the search for the captive crew of the Luxian begins. If they made it to a lifeboat, they should be attempting to hail us by now. Scan all frequencies. No video feed. Hell, no lifeboats, we and collapse im... Captain? Captain? I guess we didn't make it. The kidnapped Tentaculars never made it off the pirate base. We were unable to determine exactly where they met their end. If the lifeboat failed to launch or if they never made it out of their holding cell. But fact remains that they are dead. The Tentacular people are sure to appreciate the swift actions undertaken by the Holy Director of the Star Cult of the Tentacle, but they're also unlikely to soon forget this tragedy. Indeed, happiness minus 10 for 60 months. We can live with that. You guys go back home. Also, we need to research. I'm not sure what we finished. Curator Archaeology Lab. A shipboard lab with advanced archaeological equipment, including a vast database supplied by the Curator Order, where new discoveries can easily be cross-referenced. Okay. How many technicians do we actually have in our empire? I don't know. Let's get the field modulation. Take 3 months. Down we go. The investigation into Ithin 1C's missing population has made a breakthrough. Large sealed shield doors leading to a deep tunnel network stand as proof that the entire species started to move underground at some point. Cross-examination with geological and meteorological data indicates that the entire planet was gripped by a sudden onset ice age, perhaps triggered by a shift in axial tilt, which likely triggered the migration. Excursions into the vast tunnel network are underway. Keep digging. You're almost done. build those mining stations.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We've completed the deep crust engineering research. We can now remove active volcanoes. Advances in material technology and deep shaft mining techniques allow geoengineering at previously unthinkable depths and temperatures. Magma hotspots can now be exploited, suppressed, or even relocated. Let's get stellar expansion so we can get more starbases. Here we go again, the waiting world, shadows in the wall. Our settlers were initially happy to make use of the districts on Shrine of Spirula. Their existence jump-started the colony, but now they've grown nervous. There are rumors that the facilities may still have occupants or active security systems, although no evidence of either has been found. Some colonists insist, enigmatically, that there are shadows in the walls. I take the risk. Throw in the buildings. Have them demolished. Our engineers set charges and retire to a safe distance. The sites are reduced to ruins. Eventually, the ruins will crack and crumble to boulders, pebbles, dust under the assault of wind, roots, rain. But their shell will endure for centuries yet. There will be stories. We'll hear of shadows in the stone by day, blue lights by night. Our colonists will avoid them. They'll attract no visitors. Nothing is forgotten. So we get -5 happiness on that colony. But I think that's not too bad. It's a Gaia world, so the happiness should be
Research concluded.
Quite okay as is. 89% pop approval. Not too worried. We have finished the research into field modulation, which means that our technicians now produce 20% more energy credits. Modulated fields allow for increased production and improved energy yield. Let's get the quantum probes. To deal with this. This is a mining world. That is a very, very bad classification for this planet. We need to change that. This should not be a mining world. For now, it should be an agri world. We'll build a few more agricultural districts, and then we will fill it up with city districts. We'll even replace this mining district with... Why can't I do that? Demolish. Yes. I don't understand why I can't do that. Demolish. Yes. With the district. And we should be fine on that planet. Flare blockers. Temple of the Squid. For now... Rural world. We're going to need an awful lot of civilian industries eventually. . But since this has a Betharian power plant, let's get an energy grid as well. They lack housing, okay. I think we're full up.
Construction completed.
Good. Now go claim that system. Senate floor is in session. Form the galactic market. Yeah. Fine. Now I'm uncertain what to do here. 3 farms. Enough amenities as well. I think we want to build the embassy complex.
Construction completed.
Good. It's a crappy ocean world, too small. This one, however, worthy. Send you down here. Rivalry between Satal and Plantoids Confederated System and the Concordat of Camelot have become more xenophilic. Concordat of Camelot. Where are you? What? It's this tiny thing here. Okay. Fanatic xenophile egalitarian. Well, they don't like me. But I don't need them to like me either. And we get a new tradition. Open markets. Empire trade value increased by 10%. That is useful. Look, it's a tentacle. It's our piracy status.
Construction completed.
It's not really bad at all.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Negotiations for appointing a new Holy Director are underway. We have researched replicator kiosks, which gives us the civilian replicomplexes. These kiosks can replicate any pre-approved object if its pattern has been stored within their memory banks. Let's go with antimatter missiles next. The fleet has been repaired. Let's turn off the trade and reinforce the fleet. The mysterious moon of Shrine of Spirula. Now that Shrine of Spirula has been settled for a while, some data irregularities have been noticed. Specifically, the moon Milfod does not seem to be made of remotely similar material to Shrine of Spirula. This suggests it was not formed at the same time, but rather originally formed somewhere else and somehow was captured by the gravity of Shrine of Spirula at a later date. Quite where Milford came from is currently a mystery.
Situation log has been updated.
Let's research that. Oh, 2 researches completed. Quantum probes, plus 10% research station output. Advanced probes that can thoroughly analyze subjects on a subatomic level, generating a wealth of valuable research data. Let's get the Omega alignment. And we have stellar expansion, giving us 2 more starbases. Our future lies in the Sea of Stars. I think we want the Cyto Revitalization Centers because that is an upgrade of the gene banks. But this is also a good place to end the episode, I think. So I hope that you enjoyed the episode. I hope that you're enjoying our expansion and the ruthlessness of the megachurch. So thank you all so very much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.